So a Chief Data Officer is a role within the organisation that is in place to ensure that an organisation has effective governance and management of the data within that organisation. That data gets treated as an asset, that the standards and the processes are all in place to ensure that data is being used in its most effective way within an organisation. Companies are seeing the importance of a Chief Data Officer because they're seeing that data can actually be an asset, that data can be used to improve the business insights that they gain, and that it can also be used to ensure that they have a competitive advantage against their competitors. Most organisations now have fallen into this big data scenario. So one of the biggest issues that they're facing is the fact that a lot of data that they're using in their analysis now is coming from outside the organisation, and that makes it a lot harder to enforce standards and governance. So one of the main pressing issues that CDOs are now facing is how to deal with the quality and governance of information that's coming from outside their organisation that they're using in their analytics. Chief Data Officers are showing an impact in the organisation because they're able to show the value of data as an asset within an organisation. This is shown in things like less rework in their business processes, more effective business processes, analytics that show better business insights where the timing of the analytics is better, and also in this day and age, better data is actually reducing the risk of regulatory non-compliance within organisations as well. So Utopia developed the EDLM, Enterprise Data Lifecycle Methodology, to help organisations manage and govern their data better. Throughout that process we look across 10 dimensions and evaluate the maturity of an organisation. In actual fact, many companies where Utopia has done the EDLM have actually recognised the importance of a role that looks at data across the organisation and manages it holistically, and as a result have actually created a CDO position within their organisation. First of all, a CDO is not a technical role. A CDO must understand the business, must understand the processes that are used in the business, must understand the applications and the data that are used in those applications. Of course, they need to understand the technology that gets used to manage data, but at the end of the day, they're there to actually help improve the business performance. One of the key skills that a CDO needs is the ability to communicate with the organisation across all levels, from the C-level down to the people who are on the shop floor, and be able to explain to people the importance of data and why the organisation is actually managing data in a more structured and organised way. Companies can succeed without a data officer. However, the two critical issues that need to be addressed if you're going to go down that path is you must still have C-level support, and that typically needs to come from a CEO or COO or CFO because it is a business issue, it's not an IT issue. So if it's led by the CIO or CTO, it tends to get bucketed as an IT project, and therefore the business doesn't get the buy-in. And the other thing that is absolutely critical is the whole organisation must get behind the concept that data is an asset, that it's important to the organisation, and it adds value to the organisation if it's managed correctly. The three pieces of advice I would give to a CDO in an organisation is to, one, make sure that the organisation recognises the importance of data and the impact it can have on the organisation. This requires a lot of evangelism within the organisation, for want of a better word, preaching the gospel around the importance of data to the organisation. The second piece of advice is to provide the right technology to the business to ensure that the data can be governed as easy as possible It is no use trying to govern data but making people's jobs harder as a result of that. And the third one is to measure the impact of data. Convert the impact of data quality or lack of data quality to dollars. Show the business how much poor data quality is costing the organisation, and also show the business how much good data quality is actually making for the organisation. If you can get those three messages through to the business, then you can be successful as a Chief Data Officer.